Welcome back. I had originally thought that this morning it'd be nice to do some yin yoga. It's a nice slow practice. It's nice to wake up with. If you've been lying in bed and your muscles are all tight, it's gentle. But it's also very, very effective when it's done in the morning because your muscles are stiff. And then you get a nice deep stretch and you can hang out and you appreciate hanging out in poses for a long time. So I sat here for a bit and tried to see how long I could sit here without swatting a mosquito, and I decided it's probably not long enough. So rather than yin yoga, we're going to do something a little bit more active, okay? Let's just start standing. And just swing your arms up with the inhale, and just bring them down with the exhale. Palms up, inhale, look up if you can. Palms down, exhale. Do this with your own breath. And I'm not just moving my arms against the resistance of gravity, I'm moving them against the resistance of the opposing muscles. So I'm pulling down at the same time as I'm pushing up, and I'm pushing, or I'm pulling up at the same time I'm pushing down. So inhale. Exhale. Just 5 times on your own breath. And there comes my belly button. It's a signal it's time to stop reaching overhead. Okay, shake it out. Now we're going to add something to that. We're going to inhale, and the exhale, we're going to fold. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up, all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swan dive up so your back is flat when you come up. Exhale, your back stays flat as you fold. 2 more times. Up. Down. And come back to standing. Do the same idea for triangle pose. Left foot forward, right foot back. With an inhale, raise your arms. Then exhale, move into triangle. Then inhale, come back up. Keep extending out through your arms. With an exhale, soften the left knee as you come down into triangle. Inhale, up. Extend through the arms again. Exhale, soften the knee, triangle. Inhale, up. Exhale, triangle. Sink down a little farther and hold. Remember, the back of the left hand is against the leg. Don't rest it on top. Your core is holding you here. That arm is not, or that hand is not. Exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. Drop your arms finally. Step to the front. Shake it out. Do the right side, same thing 5 times up and down with your own breath. Don't forget to soften the knee when you go down. When you're down at the bottom, then straighten the right leg and then inhale, come back up. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to do it 5 times on my breath. You do it 5 times on yours. Don't forget to extend the arms when you come up. Well, all the time, but when you come up especially, because we tend to relax when we come up. And on the 5th time, hold it. Hold for 5 of your breaths. After 5 breaths, release the front knee, come up to standing, and come to the front of your mat. You should wear socks too. Nasty creatures, nasty. Let's do the exact same thing with extended triangle. We end up standing in these postures then for a lot longer, so moving helps us to stay here because we're doing something. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, come across, turn. Don't bother with the right arm, there's not really enough time. Inhale, back up. Try to keep your legs the way that they are. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. I think that's now 5. If not, I'm counting it as 5. Now that I'm going to be here for 5 breaths, I can extend my right arm overhead. Release. Straighten the left leg almost the whole way. Come up and step to the front. Right side, do it on your own breath. And I'll do it along with you, but I won't say anything, except for maybe some reminders here and there. You want to stay deep in the pose. And on the 5th time, I hold it for 5 breaths and bring my left arm overhead. And release. Step to the front. My feet are going to itch later. Summon all my willpower not to scratch. I'm also going to have to wash this mat. There's like dead bug bits all over it. All right. Step your feet far apart. And inhale, look up. Keep your hands on your hips. I should turn the other way so I'm looking at the microphone. Look up. Then exhale, keep your back open as you fold. Keep everything open, fold forwards. Inhale, push your feet gently out as you stand up. Look back up. And do that 5 times. Keep your back sort of in a cobra posture, your collarbones proud. Lead with your head on the way up. Lead with your collarbones on the way down. And on the 5th time, release your hands from your hips. Put them on the ground in front of you. If you need to bend your legs in order to do so, that's fine. And then relax your head and your back, round it, aim the crown of your head down to the floor. Hold for 5 breaths. Come up, only halfway. Walk over to your right foot. Pull your nose down to your knee. Bend your knee if you need to. Release, walk back to the middle. Straighten out the right foot. As you walk to the left, kick the foot out slightly so it's pointing towards the corner of the mat. 5 breaths here. Back to the middle. Turn your left foot so it's again pointing off the side of the mat. Bring your fingertips in line with your toe tips. And again, let's round and aim the crown of the head down towards the ground. Another 5 breaths here. Tip your tailbone up so it's pointing up at the sky. And inhale, bring yourself back to parallel with the ground. Heel toe in a little bit. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, lead with the back of your head to come up. Then turn your right foot to the front of the mat and step forward. Shake it out. Sorry for all the standing poses. I find the movement is helping keep them at least off part of me, the mosquitoes, that is. Long pants and shirt are helping, but they don't cover everything. Balance pose. Let's do a tree pose. Focus all of your balance, all of your weight onto your left foot. Maybe just swing everything around. See if you can Stay balanced while doing that. Well, try this while watching yourself in a video. It's even harder. I'm going to find that spot on the ground to focus on, make it easier. Now I'm going to go to the last tree pose where I grab my right foot with my left hand. You can do any of the versions where the right foot stays on the ground in front of the left, or on its toe tips, or on the side of your shin, or higher up tucked into your hip. And then only one hand is free to come up overhead. So my right knee, I'm trying to pull it down, tuck my tailbone under so my stomach doesn't come forward. Eventually my right knee would like to be right next to my left. Someday, not today. Slowly release. Shake it out. We'll have to have a foot bath after this. Focus your weight on your right foot, spread all the toes. Get yourself nicely grounded and then test how grounded you are. Might be enough just to swing around and challenge yourself this way. But when you're ready, bring your left foot into your chosen form of tree. And if that form includes one or two hands overhead, then move into that as well. Whether your foot is being held like it is in my case, or whether it's against your thigh or shin, try to draw that left knee further back so that it's directly to the side of your body. Eventually, it's not going to get there today, maybe. Mine certainly isn't. At least not in this version of tree. And let's release. Shake it out. That's probably enough standing poses. You can come down to sit. I'm going to kneel. Cover off some more of my exposed skin. Do some shoulder stretches. Right arm crosses the left. If you can, double cross. If not, bring the backs of your hands together. And then just lift your hands up towards the sky. Pull your shoulder blades down your back and sort of wrap them off your back around to the side. Release. Do the same on the left. Left elbow crosses the right. Double cross if available. Forearms stay completely vertical. You just push them up towards the ceiling or the sky, whatever's above you. Above me is a sort of start to a mackerel sky, which usually implies all-day rain coming. And release. It's quite neat, actually. It's sort of this flat, even gray mass of clouds, but then there's these ripples that are hanging down. They're looking pretty heavy in places. 10 minutes left. Let's see if we can make it. Next shoulder stretch. Interlace your fingers behind you. Roll your shoulders back and down. Extend your arms behind and try to lift them away from your hips. If available, lift your collarbones up, close your lips and drop your head back. And release. Take the right hand, snake it behind your back, pull it over to the side, and sit nice and tall. Keep trying to roll that right shoulder around and behind. So if kneeling for you is uncomfortable because your ankles get sore, trick a Japanese friend of mine taught me. Kneel and then put one big toe on top of the other one. That means that your ankles can sort of tip in towards each other a little bit and it's more comfortable. Release this side. And let's do the left. The left hand comes around. Pull it to the side, grab a hold of it and hold it there. The friend was a fellow from Japan. He came and he stayed with us when our sons were young. And he went to kendo practice, which is basically samurai sword fighting. Very, very quick sport. They sort of spar off, they tap their swords, and then in 1 or 2 seconds tops, it's over. The one guy has either whacked the other guy on the head or on the side or on the hand. If it's on the head, it's considered a killing hit. If it's on the side, it's a slow death hit. And if it's on the hand, it's a flesh wound that prevents further fighting. But at the beginning of practice, they had to kneel on the hardwood floor for about an hour. And so we had to find ways of making that comfortable. And release. Roll your shoulders. Extend the right arm forward, pull it sort of out of its socket so your shoulder blade comes off your back. Bend your elbow, walk your hand behind, grab the elbow and pull it down. Try to keep on rolling your shoulder blade around to the front though. That extension that we had at the beginning, you want to keep that. What is that? Oh, isn't that nice? It's an ant hauling away a dead mosquito. You're welcome, ant. Release. Do the same on the left side. Extend the arm. Pull it even farther. Bend the elbow. Put it on the base of the neck. Walk it down while you pull the elbow over. Keep that left shoulder though nice and open. And release. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms away from you. Push your hands down. Stretch your shoulders off your back. Keep that stretch in the shoulders. Keep the back open as you reach forward. And now keep that stretch, that opening as you reach up. Try to keep the elbows relatively straight. And release. So whether you're seated or kneeling like I am, let's do a twist. Left hand in behind, right hand on the left side of your body, turn. release. Right hand behind you, left on the side of your body, on your leg somewhere. Turn. And let's do a back bend. You can do that one seated as well. Lift up through the collarbones. Keep your hands on your thighs, or if you're seated, you keep them, well, I guess on your thighs too. And just arch back. Try to aim your head towards the floor behind you. Go as far as you can while still staying balanced. The idea here is to lift the rib cage forward and up. And release. If you are seated, you want to do the next one on your knees. Okay, don't just circle the mat with your dead fly. Go. And lean forward. Come into a child's pose. Enough of that. Inhale, come up. I just stop moving and they collect. Wild. Now it's time for corpse pose. I'm going to leave you in corpse pose. I don't think I'm going to lie down myself and try to rest. It's not going to work. I'm going to go to my tent and do corpse pose. So just lie down. Count your breaths. Count 60 breaths. And then come out. It's a good way to do a meditation. And one way to do this is for each breath, you start at the number 10, 9, 8, 7, and so on. You get down to 1, you jump back up to 10. Then you do that. I said 60, but really do what you feel that you can. If you do 60, that would be about 5 to 6 minutes of corpse pose. Pretty good. Anyway, see you later. Hope you enjoy this more than the mosquitoes did. Take care. Bye-bye.